So check this out. I ran a search in the website Carbon Calculator, which estimates Whole Foods website, and that's like an organic food retailer. So Whole Foods website pollutes more than Shell. Check it out. Here's the score for Shell. And Shell is an oil company. Now, why would that be?
Tips with Punch.
Hello internet people, my name is Robert, and looking at the homepage of Whole Foods, you can see that they have a lot of images here. So maybe that's why images are heavy to load, so that's why Shell doesn't have. Maybe they just have text. But if you look at Shell's website, it's exactly the same thing. They have a lot of images, and actually you wouldn't say there's a big difference in that. So let's take a look at the estimate a little bit in detail. So for example, for the Whole Foods website, and this is for UK specifically, it's looking that every time you visit that website, you produce about 5 grams of CO2. And you can see that they are not using a green energy source. Now, this is obviously just a list of hosting providers, and they estimate if those use green energy. But in any case, I've used 200K for both of the websites to estimate this. In just a year, they produce more than 11,000 kilograms of CO2. Or they would need to plant 526 trees just to offset the UK website's CO2 emissions. I think this is just insane. And if you compare that to Shell, again, oil company, they only produce 0.2 grams. So for Whole Foods, that was 5 grams, and this is 0.2. So they're doing much better than most other websites because they're also using some sort of a sustainable energy. But I mean, I feel it's a bit weird when an oil company kind of says they're using sustainable energy, but in any case. So let's plug in the same numbers here, that's 200K. And I took the numbers from the similar web. They are for the UK side, so probably worldwide they have more. You can see here that they have about 500 kilograms of CO2 equivalent, and that's 23 trees. And I think this is amazing because it's the same amount of traffic. And the difference is huge. We're talking about tenfold, even a 20-fold difference in CO2 emissions. Now, obviously, these estimates just work on the URL you put in. So if it's homepage, then it'll calculate it for homepage. If you have a page that is more visited than homepage, I would use that. Just take your most visited page and plug it into the tool and see your carbon footprint. And if you're curious how it works, they have a page here. And basically, in summary, they look at 5 data points. In this case, it's data transfer or the wire, energy intensity of the web data, energy source used by the data centers, carbon intensity of electricity, and the website traffic. So the more traffic you have, obviously, the more you will pollute. And I think it's crazy when you start looking what kind of stuff you have here. So I ran this same test on my website, and you can see that actually I have about 20,000 page views per month, and I don't pollute that much per year. So it's 31 kilograms of CO2. And if you look at it, I would need to plant 2 trees to basically offset that, obviously every year. And I could only drive about 520 kilometers with 1 charge. So it's not too crazy, but my website is super optimized. And even if I look at my most popular article, which is this one, I'm still doing pretty well. So I would just run this on your website because I think it's super interesting. And one important criteria that they use for the estimate is also if your hosting provider uses sustainable energy. In my case, it does. But you can check also if this is important to you. You can just check the list on their website of all the web hosts that actually provide this. And small things like that can influence your decision with which web hosting you're going to go for. I just think this is a super cool tool to just be aware how much we spend. Will anything change with tools like that? I don't know, but just being aware how much you pollute is already a step forward. And I was quite surprised how much websites actually pollute because I wasn't aware. I mean, it's just a data center somewhere, but they require a lot of energy. Now, the best way to improve your carbon footprint is to optimize your website for speed. To do that on WordPress, check out this tutorial right here, and for Shopify, just click on this one. Not only will you save energy, but your users will have a better experience and you will lose fewer people to slow loading website. On top of that, Google also likes it.